Hi, Virgo. Welcome to the weekly tea. This is a brand new spread that I've put together for you guys. You guys have literally been asking for some sort of weekly check-in sort of reading for like a year at this point. So I am super excited to bring this to you. I really hope you enjoy it. I am going to leave a detailed outline as to what we're going to cover in this reading in the box below if you want to check that out. Virgo, before we dive into this, I do have a couple of quick announcements. Number one, if you haven't already, do check out my brand new tarot course, which is called Tarot for Transformation. If you've ever been interested in learning how to read these cards for yourself, it is not some, God-given gift to read tarot. It is something that is very much accessible for everyone. So check out my course. I will detail all of that in the box below. And furthermore, if you haven't already, do check me out on Instagram. I have been getting a lot more active on that platform. So if you like this style of reading, I'm going to be doing a lot more sort of mini readings over on Instagram. So check that out. My handle is just at the Rosy Tarot, which is spelled just like that. So without further ado, Virgo, let's go ahead and dive right in. So what we're going to take a look at first is just your overall vibe for the week. So the game plan is, depending on how you guys like these weekly tea readings, these are going to be released every Tuesday. I figured you all know I love a theme. It'll be like, Tuesday, tea and tarot, something like that. You feel me? Figured that was pretty cute. So you can look forward to more of these sorts of readings every Tuesday on this channel. So this specific Tuesday is October 13th, 2020, which also happens to be the first official day of Mercury retrograde. So yay! More craziness to add to the clusterfuck that is 2020. So furthermore, Virgo, we have a new moon in the sign of Libra that's coming up in a few days as well. So the energies are just a little intense right now. Mars is still retrograde in Aries. For those of you that don't follow astrology, all of that may sound like a foreign language. I'll tell you, long story short, in a nutshell, it's just a lot of shit going on right now, astrologically speaking. So regardless of your zodiac sign, everyone's going to be feeling some sort of, ups and downs, some sort of kind of craziness, just a lot of really intense energies this upcoming week. So be kind to yourself. That is a message for all zodiac signs. So Virgo, let's go ahead and tap into your specific vibe for this week. So what is Virgo's vibe for this week? This week of October 13th, 2020. Too many. Whew. Virgo. What's Virgo's vibe for this upcoming week? Give me one more, please. All right, one more overall. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. All right. Very interesting. So we've got this energy on the bottom of the deck here, Virgo, of the Chariot. Okay, and I find that very interesting. In this deck specifically, this version of the Chariot, it features this witch on her awesome little motorcycle that has a sidecar that has a black kitten in it. So cute. I digress. You'll notice these little signs that say this way or that way. And that is the same sort of vibe I got with this very first card that came out, which happens to be the Two of Swords. So furthermore, to further add to this same sort of vibe and energy, we've got the Hanged Man. I feel like all three of these cards especially specific to this deck, Virgo, are sort of giving off the same energy, which is sort of a stuck vibe. So I'm picking up that many of you may be feeling sort of stuck this week. Perhaps some of you need to make some sort of decision, need to make a choice, and you kind of feel like your hands are tied, or maybe some of you feel you don't have all of the information that you need to make the right decision. For whatever the case may be, take it as it resonates for you personally, Virgo. Furthermore, we've got the Page of Cups here. This decision that you may need to make, whatever that looks like for you, may have you feeling sort of vulnerable, like this Page of Cups. You may be feeling, emotionally triggered by whatever this decision is. So I definitely am sensing, as we discussed earlier, like with all of the crazy energy of this week, astrologically speaking, I definitely feel like you guys are going to be feeling that in the week ahead. So let's see what else we can find out about your vibe this week, Virgo. So P.S. This is a brand new Oracle deck that I just purchased not long ago, and I am already in love with it. So I wanted to kind of give it a shout out this week. It is called Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle Deck. I am probably going to order another one to give away at some point between now and the end of October. But if you're kind of looking for new decks to try out, I highly recommend this one, Virgo. So let's see what we can find out from this deck for you. So Virgo. What can you tell me about Virgo's vibe this week? Wow, so we've got this energy of universe. We're all just stardust. Wow. Let's see if we can get one more from this deck, Virgo, to really tie it all together. Give me one more for Virgo, please. One more. Woo! Wow. So this is interesting. Since this deck is so new, I'm still having cards pop out that I've never pulled before, and that's kind of an exciting experience if you're me and you use the same decks over and over again. So I'm loving this. So this card says confidence. It comes with time and practice. Very interesting. So Virgo, we keep it real. We keep it 100 on this channel. For those of you that are new, my longtime subscribers already know this. But, and I'm not trying to throw shade at you guys. I love Virgo. What I'm about to say is not shade. I think it's a double-edged sword for you guys. You guys can tend towards perfectionism. That is a very Virgo quality. You guys can be quite rigid, very hard on yourself. And I feel that you guys are feeling some sort of immense pressure this week, and it's self-inflicted. So again, take it as it resonates. Perhaps you guys are kind of feeling a lack of belief in yourself. Perhaps there's an issue for you guys this week surrounding your own confidence. Perhaps you've started something new. This could be like a job or, anything. Again, take it as it resonates. And this message from Spirit for this week is here to tell you, Virgo, guess what? We're all just stardust. Chill the fuck out, okay? We are all just spiritual beings that are here on this planet having these crazy ass human experiences. And we're all going through it. All of us. The truth is we are one. We are all equal. And our egos may try to tell us otherwise, but the truth is we are one. And that may be something that could really give you guys some perspective this week, is to sort of pull back like the Hanged Man here. I feel like you guys need to take a higher pull back and kind of see the higher picture, the bigger picture. And perhaps you guys are taking things in your life way too seriously, being way too critical of yourself. The message here is trying to scream at you, Virgo, that guess what? Practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. You're not always going to become the number one best immediately at everything new that you try. And I feel that some of you have that sort of unrealistic expectation of yourself. Incredibly high standards. Be kind to yourself, okay? It comes with time and practice. Mastering your craft, whatever that means to you. I feel like that is what this message is sort of alluding to. And that's going to be different for all of you, Virgo. It's important to maintain that perspective and quit taking life so seriously. And remember, you're here to enjoy yourself. So let's keep going here, Virgo. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if, I'm picking up on your vibe and you already know exactly what I'm talking about so far in this reading. So let's keep going here. So what is something that my Virgos out there watching, what is something Virgo needs to be mindful of this week? What is something my Virgos out there watching need to be mindful of in the week ahead? We've got that Page of Cups again. Wow. Six of Wands. Okay, I'm feeling this. And we've got the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay? And then right underneath that, those of you out there that are already a part of the Rosy tribe, y'all know I love the bottom of the deck. I do. It's so telling. Right underneath that Six of Cups, Virgo, look at this, is this Four of Cups. Exactly. I feel like you guys, for whatever reason, are feeling not good enough this week. Like you're feeling not good enough. And I feel you guys are very, very sensitive to the opinions of other people this week. With this Six of Wands. I feel like what you guys are accustomed to perhaps is being admired for your performance, whatever that means. You're usually admired for being the best at something, and you might be in a transitional period right now where that's not exactly happening. And the message that I'm picking up here, Virgo, this week is with this Page of Cups, you guys need to be kind to yourself, okay? You need to forgive yourself. I feel like there's something you guys are blaming yourself for. I hate to say it, but I really am. I'm picking up that it's like, this is a very self-deprecating vibe that I'm getting. I feel like you're suffering. Your source of suffering is coming from within. And it all has to do with being overly critical of yourself. This is a week in which you need to pull back, Virgo, and again, really see things from a higher perspective. Quit taking shit so serious. It's not all about... life is not all about being numero uno. And trust me, you are talking to a incredibly competitive person. And I'm not a Virgo, but I definitely can relate to some of these same sorts of, predispositions. So I understand what you may be going through, but I can't stress this enough. This is a week for you to love yourself. That is heavily indicated here. So let's keep going, Virgo. And let's take a look next here at what you need to surrender this week. So what do my Virgos out there watching, what does Virgo need to surrender in the week ahead? What do my Virgos out there watching need to surrender? Surrender stubbornness. Hashtag shocker, right? God love you guys. I gotta say, like, so my little brother's girlfriend is a Virgo, and she is a Virgo sun, Virgo moon, and I feel like she also has a few other Virgo planetary placements, like in her natal birth chart, and she is a fucking Virgo, okay? And she is maybe one of the most stubborn people that I have ever met, in the best way. And almost every Virgo that I meet is pretty stubborn. And I think it's kind of funny. And let me know in the comments, like, your experience with this Virgo. But I feel like that of the earth signs, that typically Taurus gets the title of being like, having that like reputation of being so stubborn. But I feel like the Virgos I've met in my life are way more stubborn than the Taurus people. Let me know what you think. So let me read this energy to you. Almost called you Taurus. Virgo. So this card says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance, did I not use that exact verbiage earlier, Virgo, about being rigid? Anywho's, back to the card. It says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. And I really am picking up like I'm not even sensing that this is like related to the way you're like interacting with other people. I feel like this is all about your relationship with yourself. Like, I'm picking up this, like, it's that inner dialogue. You know, it's that conversation that you have with yourself. You are the one being stubborn to you. And I feel like it's keeping you guys in a really shitty place. And this confirms it, that the way to kind of rise above that this week is going to be being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself, accepting that you're a fucking human, which means that you're not perfect. This is all about loving yourself despite your own imperfections, okay? Let's get one more card here for Virgo. What do my Virgos out there watching need to surrender this upcoming week? One more, please. Whew. Wow. Oh my goodness. Surrender to your soul's path. Okay, so I just got an like sort of an intuitive thought that popped into my head. And this is not going to be a message for all of you, but for some of you, this is something you need to hear. I feel like some of you may be trying to force a path that you feel is what you're supposed to do or what you need to do, something like that. Take it as it resonates. And it could be just what you feel is like what will make your family proud, or what you feel is like society, like acceptable within society, something like that. And the reason why you're feeling so stuck is because it's not honoring who you really are. It's not honoring the most authentic version of you. It's not honoring your soul's true path. So let me read this card to you, Virgo. It says, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. I'm going to urge you guys this week to really pull back and ask yourself what really lights you up. You know, like, what is that fire in your belly? I don't feel like whatever it is that you're doing right now is that thing. And I'm definitely sensing that is what has you feeling not enough, you know, and all of the things we've already discussed. Because you're not in alignment with who you truly are. And I feel like if you really were honest with yourself, many of you already know what it is that your soul is calling you to do. But perhaps that thing is just not what you ever imagined you would be doing with your life. Let me know in the box below. Let me know in the comments, Virgo, like what that means to you. I'm super curious. So let's wrap up this reading here, Virgo, with an affirmation for you guys. What is the perfect affirmation for Virgo for the week ahead? What is an affirmation that could really be useful to my Virgos out there? We got two. Oh my goodness. These are two beautiful messages to wrap up the weekly tea for you guys, Virgo. The first one, and let's be clear, Virgo, I feel like you guys forget to do this, or like you fail to remember what this card says so often, which is, it's good to feel good. It's good to feel good. Virgo is so good at like sacrificing. Like you guys are so good at following like a strict, regimented, disciplined sort of routine. And I feel some of you almost associate success with suffering. It's like almost this ideology that anything that's ever worth having or experiencing has to be hard or has to be uncomfortable. If that is you, Virgo, you gotta fucking get your mind right, because that is not true. That is not even a little bit true. It's good to feel good. So what is your highest excitement? It's time for you guys to give that a chance. See what happens. Life doesn't have to be hard. Success doesn't equate to struggle, you know? You can have success and it feel good every single day. Like, if that makes sense. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say with that, Virgo. But lastly, we've got this last affirmation for you to wrap up the reading, which says, I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. I urge you guys in the week ahead to do that. To allow yourself like the time and the space to just be. Just be. No expectations for yourself. Just allow yourself to relax, which I know you guys are not super good at sometimes. Allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to be not productive. Take this week and really be kind to yourself. You know, take time for you. Furthermore, and this is a very specific message, but you know, this just kind of came to me looking back at this Page of Cups, but you'll notice this version of the Page of Cups features this painter. I feel like some of you may be artistic. Some of you may like be incredibly creative people. And perhaps that is what kind of calls to you. But perhaps you sort of associate art and creativity with that persona of the starving artist. And so you run from it. You don't allow yourself to indulge in that. Take time this week and just allow yourself to create. Doesn't mean you have to, leave your job and, become a full-time painter, but maybe for some of you it does, okay? Let me know again, in the comments below, let me know how this resonated for you guys. Once again, do check out my brand new tarot course, Tarot for Transformation. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. And until next week, Virgo, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Mwah, peace.